Right, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, I want to know if you can hear me loud and clear. No, you can't see me yet. I've not put my camera on. I'm waiting for the grand reveal. I'm just making sure that I can be heard. That I can be heard right now. You know, I'm seeing a lot of people talk about how Celtic TV is down, and I can confirm I'm waiting for my Celtic TV stream to start. However, in the absence of Celtic TV, don't you worry, because you have, dun dun dun, me. Hello. It's good to see you. How are we all doing, ladies and gentlemen? It's good to be back here live on air. We're live for the first pre-season watch-along of the season. It's Queen's Park against Celtic at the City Ground. 7:45 kickoff. We are awaiting that kickoff, and we're awaiting my stream to start up as well. Hopefully that happens sometime soon. I would really like to hope so. But hello, welcome yourselves in. Join me if you haven't been at one of these live streams before, one of these watch-along live streams. We just have some fun. It's a friendly. I'm not going to sit here and give you all this grand over-the-top analysis. It's a pre-season friendly against Queen's Park. It's the first game back as Celtic return to full training and for the new season. And also, it's like the B team playing, man. We're going to go through the starting 11 in a moment, but I'm glad that you're all here with me. I'm glad that some of you are enjoying the new graphics. Somebody saying mic issues. Cammy saying mic issues. I hope there's no mic issues. Is the mic okay? I did notice that it was very quiet earlier on in my video and I had to turn it up. But please let me know if the mic's okay for everybody else. That would be appreciated. Yeah, let's go through the team. I'm glad that everybody seems to be enjoying the graphics. You do realise, you will realise I have the chat on screen. People saying more like the C team, more like the D team. Yeah, that is the case. Everybody's saying Mike's. Well, a couple of people saying Mike's okay, a touch quieter than usual. If it's good for most, then that's what we're rolling with. If you need to turn your telly up, turn your telly up. Now, the thing that I'm concerned about is the fact that my stream isn't live yet. So before we get into the team news, let me just make sure that I actually have a stream to watch the game on, because the last thing we need is me just guessing what's going on this evening at the City Ground. And of course we'll be taking all your points, your questions, your conversation as the game goes on. So don't worry, we're here for the next hour and a half. You're going to have plenty of time to get your questions in. I am struggling to see. My stream is just... Let's try. I'm using perfectly legal Celtic TV, by the way. Mine just isn't working. And when I say that, I mean it. I'm using perfectly legal Celtic TV. Where is the play button? Oh, okay. So it's not on this. Right, interesting. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Huh. I will have the game time on the stream as kickoff happens. I'm just hoping that I can get kickoff up and running, because my Celtic TV is not working. Let me try again. Let me see. Queen's Park Celtic. It's just a black screen. I just have a black screen on my 100% paid for Celtic TV, Nathan. It is my 100% paid for Celtic TV. I would never rob the club of any money. I am a total paying customer. I would never, ever, ever defraud them of any payments. You know? While I wait for my stream to start, and hopefully it does, let's run through the team, shall we? Because as we said, Celtic... by the way, Celtic have confirmed the signing of Hayato Inamura. He has signed for the club. He is here. That has happened. As for the Celtic team... I will bring it up on screen for you if I can, actually. I don't know if it will let me right now, because let me try. So I need to put it over. I need to put it over here, and then I need to... Oh, God almighty. I'm bending over backwards to make sure I get this done right. Let's go through the team while we wait on kickoff and while we wait for my stream to start. This is the Celtic team. By the way, the very niche side of me is saying that I hate this match graphic, this starting 11 graphic. Now, I don't know how many people care about that sort of thing. I'm very niche like that. I care about these things in football. This is a rotten graphic. The fact that the subs are taking up a third of it is insane. Nonetheless, Ross Doohan returns and is in goals for Celtic tonight. It's a back four of Donovan, Murray, Trusty and Frame. Mitchell Frame returns for the first time in a while. Midfield three of McGregor, Engels and McCowan, and a front three of young Jude Bonner, Adam Montgomery and Johnny Kenny. The bench doesn't have many familiar names. Young Francis Turley is there, Sean McCardle is there, Stephen Welsh of course, but we don't have the likes of Callum Osmond involved tonight. We don't have a lot of the first team players that of course were involved in international duty. They'll probably be a few days away or a few friendlies away from coming back into the side. This is the team. We're not really too focused on what the team is tonight. That's you know, this is the first friendly. It was always going to be listed. I take myself back to, I was there last year. I was at the game at Somerset Park against Ayr, and that day we were seeing the likes of Bosun Lawal and a lot of these same youngsters, Dane Murray, for example, getting a run out. So, yeah, that's the team. We will try and keep that in mind as I'm watching the game. I hope I don't make too many cock-ups with names. But welcome yourself in. It is genuinely very nice to be here. I have been looking forward to this. I am now just hoping that I can get a stream. Is the game started? Because I have nothing. I have absolutely nothing. Like, genuinely, I can't see a thing. And I want to start my timer for the game, but I can't see any game. I have nothing. This has turned into a great watch along. I'll be looking at you guys for commentary of the game in the chat. This rarely ever happens. Anybody have any tips of how I can sort this on my perfectly legal Celtic TV? There's a minute applause. That's nice. I expected that to actually happen. We're already getting a yes 1-0 in the chat. God Almighty, I just want to get into it so we can start gabbing about everything else rather than me just trying to get a stream set up. God Almighty, I love how we have over 400 viewers in here ready to watch along with me, and I'm not even watching. That is loyalty to the 9118 name. Let me see. Anyone? Well, this is just fantastic. Streams are down as well. Yeah, so a lot of people having the same problem with streams just not working. So right now, this is a watch along just for a laugh, basically. Great. This is like the good old days. If we don't have anything within 10 minutes, then I'm going to have to just give up. But we'll bear with for now and see if I can get it going. You guys can give me what you can give me through your end if you have anything. But there's a minute applause on just now. I believe that'll be for John Clark, I'd imagine, and perhaps Diogo Jota as well. But the game, according to some, has kicked off, and I will try and keep you up to date with whatever happens on my end, and hopefully we get tuning into it at some point. But right now it's a bit disastrous because I have nothing, absolutely nothing, which is just fantastic. First, we're back, baby. We're back. Celtic are so back. The game has kicked off. I suppose I may as well just start this just now, and I will change it to fix the time. I will fix it whenever mine gets going, but this will give you a sort of indication of where we actually are. It would be 100% accurate, keep that in mind, because I can't see the game. I can't see it at all. I've tried restarting, I've tried refreshing, I've tried doing all these different things, and I have nothing. I have a screen that says event starting soon. And it seems like a lot of people are having the same problems. But it was nice there was a moment's applause for John Clark. I hope that's something they revisit when we're back at Celtic Park as well, to pay proper tribute to John Clark, who of course we said farewell to today. Yeah, I mean, God almighty, this has turned into an absolute palaver. An absolute palaver. I can't. It seems like there's so many. Kieran Ald's having the same issue, not working for him. One of our other mates, Mark, he's managed to get his working, luckily enough. I've tried refreshing. I've tried different things. Oh, Trey, fantastic, love that. Nice to see you tuning in from Houston. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, this is just... I mean, how long am I going to actually give this before I have to, before I forcibly chuck it? Because that might need to happen. Aaron, thank you for being a member for 7 months, mate. It is very much appreciated. Legend. Aye. So it seems like so many people are having problems with this. I think Celtic TV seems to be... Oh, wait. I thought I'd forgot it there. It seems like some people that have Celtic TV, it's working fine for. And then some it's just not working at all. It seems very selective over who they're letting see the game tonight. I didn't realise that this was like a season ticket, like what was it called again? Remember when like we came out of COVID and there was draws for tickets? Didn't realise it was like that. Thank you, Belingri boy, legend. Thank you. Oh, I'm in. I think I'm in. I'm here. I'm in. I have the game. We're live, ladies and gentlemen. We are live for the watch along. Happy days. We are live. Where's my time? My timer. I'm behind what my timer says on screen, but I'm just going to let the timer run just now in the fear of knocking off my stream. It seems like everybody is just collectively getting that. I see people going, there we go, event starting soon. There, people saying it's working. Plunge McNugget saying his is left. His is working now. Tip Fan Man says his is working as well. Mine's is just froze. Great. Am I out again? Am I back in? I'm back in. But it's froze. I'm frozen. This is a disaster. Celtic TV. What a fantastic product. I'll tell you what. I'll talk about Celtic TV. They do it on the fucking cheap. I know that for a fact. See when they're doing their commentary for away games, they're not doing it at the actual game. They're doing it in some container in Livingston. They do it in the cheap, and the product is really shown tonight because now I'm frozen at 2 minutes and 1 second. I have nothing. I literally have a frozen stream in front of me. I can't talk about the game. So do you know what? Feel free to oh, there's mine back. It's running. I think I'm in business. I don't want to speak too soon, but I'm going to start my timer at the 3 minute mark for me. So give me 10 seconds. 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bang. Right. I have started the timer on what is the 3 minute mark for me. So this is where I am in the game. So it should be lined up with what I'm seeing. I hope that's okay with everybody. But we are finally live. Celtic, of course, playing a few different players. It's good to finally just be settled into the game after a long time of just waiting. So, yeah, let's have fun. Let's watch this. I'm seeing a lot of 1-0 spammed in the chat. This is the great thing about watch-alongs, isn't it? People get it far ahead of you. So I know I'm looking for a goal at least. I know I'm looking for a goal. How impressed can I be from Jude Bonner's goal here? Let's see, Shala. It's just Celtic TV is just such terrible quality, and even the camera angle tonight, I know that won't be purely down to Celtic, and that's a stadium thing. You know, it's not like Celtic, you know, get full control over the technicalities of these stadiums, but holy goodness God, there is college students who would film the game better than this, and I know that for a fact because I've done journalism and media at college. And it's just rotten. It's rotten for everything. It's rotten about Celtic TV. Nice touch brought down from Johnny Kenny as he moves in and shoots, but he scuffs it and it goes wide. Johnny Kenny, who Callum McGregor spoke very highly about the other day. Big shout out to Aaron. Thank you, Aaron. People pay 80 quid a year for this pish. Could be worse, you've donated £2 to me. No, I'm joking. Cheers, mate. I appreciate it. And you're right. I don't... If it was... listen, I can't say much. It's not wise of me to sit here and tell me if you should or shouldn't pay for Celtic TV. But the Celtic TV and the Celtic media department as a whole needs put through a complete overhaul. There's no doubt about that. And here we go. We're powering forward against Queen's Park as we approach the 5 minute mark on my stream. I feel like I'm eternities behind some other people. And Celtic pressing really high. It's a good sign of the young players having it drilled into them early. You want to see that. You don't want to see young players standing off. You want to see them pressing high. And there you go. Look at this. Just getting tore right in on the angles here. Big season for him coming up, of course, after the adversity that he faced by some in his debut season. And his game kind of just slows down a little bit. We play it backwards. As I said, we'll get all your questions in. Get anything in you like, and we will try and answer as anything we can. Did he teach you how to talk nonsense in journalism? Of course. That is literally the hallmark of a good journalist, to talk nonsense, like myself. Hence why we're here. Here we go. Celtic approaching the final third. It falls for Engels. Takes it round his man. Blocked out for a corner. Arne Engels looks like lively so far. Of course, not a great deal to take from this game on any side of the fence, whether good or bad. Yes, Hayato Inamura is here, Ellen. He's signed. It is absolutely pissing it down. I'm surprised this game hasn't been called off, to be quite honest, with the rain piling down. Arne Engels getting soaked as he stands over this corner kick as we approach the 7th minute. Shoot, you bugger. McGregor plays it out wide. We chipped ball in, caught by the Queen's Park keeper. Was everybody winding me up when they were saying 1-0? I see that might be the case now. I wonder how far I actually am behind. When will KT likely be in the squad? I'd assume that he'll be coming into the team for the Como Cup, and to be quite honest. I mean, I don't rule out the chance of seeing him before that against Sporting or Newcastle, but I think the Como Cup is when they'll really be aiming to get him involved. But hey, listen, Brendan will have the answers to those questions when he does his media duties over the next week, and including tonight. He'll probably have media duty tonight after this game. We might hear a little bit about that. Charlie, you're behind me. That's good. That's good to hear. Listen, as I said, the thing is with these friendlies is you can't get carried away on either side, whether it's positive or negative. If somebody drops a stinker, so what? It's a friendly against Queen's Park. Somebody drops a hat-trick like Lewis Palma did against Cork City last year, or whoever it was we played. Can't get carried away with it either, because it's a fucking friendly. So I always try and remember that when you come into these friendly games. As Queen's Park defended quite well, to be fair. Is the new Japanese lad playing? No, he's no. Go on yourself. He's not playing yet. Might see him in the next game. None of the new players in the squad today. Just youngsters and the players we're used to, the likes of Callum McGregor involved today. Remember when Liam Shaw looked good in pre-season? Yes, Joe, I had big hopes for Liam Shaw, you know? I had big hopes for him, and just never worked out for him, you know? And clearly Celtic was just a step beyond his level at the time, and still now, he's nowhere near the level of playing for Celtic. But I wish him the best with his career. But that's what I mean, you can't take too much. Some people saying turn up the mic. The only thing that I don't really know is can I get a general opinion on the mic if it's good enough or not? It's a shame Celtic play Celtic TV in the cheap. I've lost that comment. It's gone. I was reading. Aye, Celtic now playing out from the back. It's good to see Dane Murray in the team. Somebody who I think a lot of fans have had high hopes for. Playing it forward nicely there. That's a decent, interesting ball in behind, but the Queen's Park keeper was anticipating it. Trusty looking comfortable as ever. Big season for him as well. Just like I said about Engels a moment ago. No, it's not a Buffy the Vampire hat. It's the Houston Rockets of the NBA. Oof. Ross Doohan facing a little bit of pressure there. Queen's Park pressing him high up the park, but he controlled it very well. He's looking comfortable coming out of his area. I must say, I like the goalkeeper kit. It's nice. I love these streams. We talk absolute nonsense. There's no analysis of the game. It's just, 850 people here for a laugh during the game, Mike does need a lint roller. I know, I'm going to get to that this week. It's just so tricky to get all the wee bits off. You probably heard me do that there. Tell you what, they've got a Dunn's sponsorship at the side of the pitch, and it's making me really want a bottle of limeade. Anybody else a fan of Dunn's limeade? Celtic have a corner right now as we're coming up to the 10-minute mark. It's nice that my clock is exactly in time with the one that I've got here. That's satisfying. Corner! Oh, not a bad effort. Arne Engels with a really good ball in. That was met by... Was it Donovan that gets up to that? I think it might be Donovan. I'm just watching the highlight. The camera work is terrible. I can't even tell who headed that because the camera work. I think it's Donovan who got up to it, and it wasn't far away. Celtic with the first big chance of the game, you could say, or first big chance that I've seen, because the stream wasn't working for the first 4 minutes. And now Celtic just going again. This is exactly what you'd expect from this friendly, You'd expect Celtic to beat all over Queen's Park. Nice wee ball slipped in, trying to cross it in, cleared away. Queen's Park once again defended their area well, but Celtic were offside. Thank you, Baldy Prick. 6 months, half a year. Tremendous loyal. I appreciate that. Remember, if you want to become a channel member, ladies and gentlemen, you can use the QR code down here. Here. That QR code. Scan that and you can become a channel member. Best of gear, the Limey. It is Ranny's Rovers. It's fantastic Duns Limeade. Amber Leaf Ash all over the mic. I wish. It's just bits of random dust. Ross saying that Rodgers was complimenting young Connor Daly, who's on the bench today. Only 16. Could be one to keep an eye on. Yeah. Look, listen. I want a lot of these young players to really break out when they're given the chances, and I want to see them getting more chances. I mean, we've seen what Sean McArdle did with his towards the end of last season. He's on the bench today. We'll probably see him later on in this game. And, I just want to see more of that. I want to see more of these young players really giving us something to be hopeful about, because something we've missed for the best part of a decade now. I can't remember the last time. And let's be real for a minute, right? Let's just sit ourselves down for a second. I'm not talking about guys like Ben Doak they came and gone very quickly. I'm talking about the last time there was genuinely a prospect to be buzzing about. We've not had it in the best part of 10 years, it feels like. Tierney feels like the last one. Or McGregor feels like the last one. Ralston, I felt it slightly when he came onto the scene. But I think we could see very quickly he was not going to be a Kieran Tierney calibre player. So I want something like that to be excited about. For the club's sake, for the European quota, it would be fantastic. It would be absolutely great. Oh, ball slipped in for Arne Engels there, but once again, defended well. Queen's Park, really astute in their defending. They look sharp, Queen's Park. They're reacting really well. You usually turn up to these first games of the season, expect maybe a little bit of sluggishness as Engels goes from range and curls one over the bar. There's too much height in it from Arne Engels there, but he is looking good. Engels looking bigger, I feel like Arne Engels has bulked up a little bit over summer. I don't know if anybody else feels the same, but he's looking physically he's looking like a bigger player. I don't know if it's just the camera putting 10 pounds on him or no, but he's looking physically a bit bigger. And I like that. So, Karamoko maybe there, but it just never really happened for him, did it? Mikey Johnson. Some maybe. Certainly can't say I relate. Am I going to the Newcastle game? Absolutely not. Not unless they lower tickets to fucking £2 a head, John. I'm not giving them... listen, they keep the club take and they give nothing back. I love Celtic. I don't necessarily love the people that run the club sometimes. So no, I won't be at the game. As I said, unless they put tickets to £2. Good ball in. That was a decent cross. And about 3 players came running in to try and stick the head on it, but just a little bit too much height. Jude Bonner. That's a really good ball from Jude Bonner, actually, who's looking sharp on that right-hand side. Good left-footed cross. Cut in his left foot. And 2 players, just a little bit too much height on it. I'm a Kneecap fan. I stand with Kneecap, but I think their music's shite. I'm not a fan of their music. But I absolutely stand with them. 100%. Don't need to like their music to do that. Game's on Celtic TV. For anybody who's asking, game is on Celtic TV. I'm sure that there's plenty of other perfectly legal ways that you can watch the game. Stephen said that he thought Stephen Welsh was going to be a good talent and a future club captain, but oh well. I've never been a huge fan of Welsh at any point. I can see why people were maybe excited about it as he came through. But yeah, it just... If you go back and watch my channel over the years, I've never really been a huge Stephen Welsh fan. I noticed things in his game very early on. I've got my mic turned up to the max. There must be something up with my actual microphone today. Maybe I need to restart the PC or something. It's just going to have to do... The only thing I can say is turn up the device you're listed on if it's possible, any more than you can. I can't turn it up any further just now. But aye. I'm not paying 25 quid to watch us get beat 7-0. What makes you think we get beat 7-0, Baldy prick? Newcastle. Rotten. That's what they are. We're getting knocked back off everybody. Wee club. I'm really hoping people can hear me okay. We're approaching the 15-minute mark. Only really one big chance thus far in the game. It came Celtic's way. A header from Donovan, which went over from a corner kick. A really good cross from Arne Engels. Queen's Park now, though, with a chance of shooting on goal. It's comfortable for Ross Doohan, though, who clutches it. And now Celtic have a chance to go forward with pace, but they've slowed it down a little bit. Mitchell frame. I feel like everybody's just looking bigger. I don't know if I was right about Arnott Engels. Because I feel everybody looks pretty big here. I don't know. Just me. I think that it looks as though Engels has bulked up a wee bit, which was needed. I'm telling you, I've said my bold claim towards the end of last season. I'm standing by it. I'm standing by it. I think that Arnott Engels will be Celtic's Player of the Year. And I don't even think that's necessarily a bold claim. You know, I think that's perfectly... For an £11 million player, he should be competing for thank you to everybody saying that the sound is good. You know, I just... An £11 million player should be on there. Celtic just looking to find a way forward past this very compact Queen's Park side. Every man behind the ball for them just now, and as Brendan Rodgers would famously say, Celtic looking to change the point of attack. Obviously a bit different chemistry-wise for Celtic today. Don't have the usual suspects out there. I go a wee bit of misunderstanding there between the likes of Dane Murray and Cal McGregor, who are not used to playing together, but it's worked out quite well because Celtic have got a ball, and he slipped. Back out for a throw-in ball. We'll have to start again after a wee slip. What are the kits tonight? Celtic are playing in the new hoops, new home shirt. Long ball saved by the Queen's Park keeper. I think it's just the camera angle being very tight to the pitch. Yeah, I think it could be that as well. But, you know, if everybody, as Joe said, if everybody wants to hit the creatine, then feel free, you know. St. Mortal saying players aren't big enough. We need Lorenzo Luca. We need bean poles. We need bean poles all through this side. Arnie Chunkers. What is the starting 11? I've just come back from the shop to buy Iron Brew. Nice. Honestly, I'll try and run through it off the top of my head very, very quickly. Doohan, Donovan, Murray, Trusty, Frame, McGregor, Engels, McCowan, Bonner, Kenny. Who's on the left? That's the one position I think I forgot, is who's on the left. I was hoping there was going to be Lewis Palmer on the left tonight. I got close. I got 10 out of the 11. And I just cannot remember who's at left mid now. Who have I forgot? Who have I forgot on the left mid? Thank you, Lubo, for the donation. Appreciate you, mate. Do you think Mitchell Frame will get opportunities in the first team this season? Well, the left back situation is still very much one in the air right now. Who will come in behind Kieran Tierney? So I never say never, but I would be surprised. To be quite honest, I would be surprised. Here we go, Celtic moving forward as we approach the 20-minute mark. I think I know what's about to come here if the chat is anything to go by. Was it Montgomery that I was forgetting? And is Montgomery about to score? We'll soon see. Some nice wee 1-2 pass, and that's some lovely movement here from Celtic. McCowan plays it in. There's a throw in Celtic. Keep in mind, everybody, you know, people are behind. People are behind. Listen, if the Hearts fan wants to come in and watch, feel free. Come on. Cammy, enjoy yourself, mate. If you're not here causing havoc, come on in, son. Ball forward. Here we go, left-hand side now. Oh, it's outside the box. A strike with a left foot. Blocked. Lovely wee cut back. There it is. There's the goal for Celtic, and it's Johnny Kenny who scores for Celtic. Makes it 1-0. It was a tidy wee cut back and pass into Johnny Kenny. And there we go. It's 1-0 Celtic. Around the 19-minute mark, the goal falls. And it's a little bit messy on the left-hand side from Queen's Park. They have to do better defending it. A bit of ricocheting, but then it's picked up really well for the cut-back pass. And Kenny, with a very clever finish, it's very easy, I think, from that position and from that opportunity to maybe just hit it low and hit it straight into the keeper. But he's got the height in behind it. He's made sure the keeper has absolutely no chance of getting anything on it. And Johnny Kenny makes it 1-0 Celtic. It's the first goal of the pre-season campaign for Celtic. And it comes through Johnny Kenny, who I was going to touch on it earlier, but I'll touch on it now again. Now that the goal has been scored. Hold on, Celtic moving forward. Back down that left-hand side where they just got joy from for the first goal. They're looking to go forward for a second. And Johnny Kenny just couldn't control the ball in a vital area. By the way, how terrible is this stadium? Lesser Hampden. It's just... I know that Queen's Park are a wee club and they don't have a big capacity to fill, but oh my god. It's like a high school. Oh, another chance. It's a big sitter. For Celtic, it really should be 2. And I think it might have been Johnny Kenny again, who has just scored the opening goal for Celtic. Oh, that should have been an easy tap-in. Should have been an easy tap-in. I think it was Kenny. I'd need to see a replay just to... I don't want to say it was Johnny Kenny in case it wasn't him, but I think it was Kenny. Ball played across goal. And all Johnny Kenny has to do is get a bit of contact on it. Listen, I've been there. I've done it at Celtic Park. I've done it. All I had to do was touch it, and it would have been a goal. And I've done anything but touch it. And that's exactly what's happened to Johnny Kenny here on the Lesser Hampden surface around 20 minutes in. It's 1-0 Celtic. It could have been 2. Samuel Bryceland, welcome to the club, brother. Thank you for joining the 118/Thunder Club. It's good to have you. Channel members, welcome Samuel in. Good to have you, my man. Back to the donation a minute ago that I didn't. Lubo saying Mitchell Frame. Yes, I'd be surprised if we see a lot of opportunities. Thank you once again for the donation, Lubo. It is appreciated. Anyway, the point I was going to make, I'll get back to questions in a second. Callum McGregor was speaking to the Irish media over the last week, talking about Johnny Kenny and said that they have high hopes for him. A very glowing endorsement from the captain. And I think he was maybe, because it was the Irish media, I'm assuming he was probed on Johnny Kenny specifically, but you know, it was very nice to actually hear the captain come out and give him that such a vocal backing and encouragement. And listen, I don't know how many chances he'll get in this pre-season. I don't know how many chances he'll get in this season, but you know, if you hear Callum McGregor talking about him very highly, then you want to see him repay that faith, and he's done that so far because he scored the only goal of the afternoon, or the evening, I should say, so far. And Celtic have a free kick. Free kick from a crossing position that Luke McCowan will stand over. Can we get anything from it? A good delivery here, and there's a serious chance of a Celtic goal. So it's all about good delivery from Luke McCowan. Show us what you can do from the set pieces, son. Ball in. Deep one, and Trusty cleared off the line. McGregor there with a shot from outside the box, and once again Celtic coming quite close. Austin Trusty has a header cleared off the line. So a really good delivery from Luke McCowan. It looked really deep at first, very high, very deep, but it fell really nicely onto the head of Austin. Austin Trusty does everything right here. Nothing wrong with what Austin Trusty does, and it's just cleared off the line from a Queen's Park defender, who once again, I will say, have had a great defensive setup in the game, have played very, very well defensively so far. The goal that they conceded came from just a little bit of scrappy play, and Celtic capitalised on it. So keep piling in your points, your questions. I want to get through as many as we can tonight. That's why we're here doing this. We have nearly nine. We have nearly 900 live viewers in the chat. So thank you for piling in. Make sure to hit like and subscribe if you haven't. We'll be here for hopefully every pre-season friendly this summer, and this is the first of 6. I think the only friendly that I won't be doing a stream for is the behind closed doors in Portugal. Not the Sporting one. We'll be doing the Sporting one, the other one against the team whose name I just suddenly can't remember. But every other friendly aside from that, we will be here for, and we will be live. I was obviously talking about Lesser Hampden a moment ago, and Lawrence is saying having their own Snyder of a stadium is still better than renting Hampden off Willie Hockey. Yeah, look, listen, 100%. Off Willie Hockey. Willie Hockey doesn't like... It's not the SFA they were paying. Is Willie Hockey not like the chief executive of Queen's Park? I'm not entirely sure. I don't want to guess. Thank you, Leg Borget. Celtic, I'm with you. Come on, guys. We're going to win the match. I love that. Thank you, Leggy. Or Liege. Or Leg. I'm not entirely sure. We had a bigger team if we want to score from set pieces. Do you know, I know that for people who don't know, Saint Mortal, our moderator in the chat, he is very loyal to our FM save in the 118 club, and he is very particular about the height of players that I sign. So he always has a laugh and a joke about the heights of players and the size of players. But I genuinely do think that Celtic do need some bigger players. I think that's been a problem with Celtic for years, a lack of real height. Because even at centre half, like Vickers is only like 6 foot, 6'1". He's not that big. And he's our centre half. You know? Celtic once again going forward. So I wish Celtic would go and employ a set piece coach. I've been saying it for about 3 years now. I would fucking love a set piece coach to come in. Comments regarding dropping Schmeichel just nuts. The guy's a massive part of how much of both defence functions. Careful what you wish for. Who's been wishing to drop Schmeichel? Well, are we talking about post-cup final? Because I agree, absolute nonsense Chico time. Oh, ball in behind, and Johnny Kenny did come to it, but the goalkeeper got there first. Thank you, Graham, for the donation, mate. It's much appreciated for your super sticker, which for some reason isn't coming up on my screen. I think it's because it's a sticker and not a super chat. But thank you, Graham. It's appreciated. God bless you, sir. And thank you for tuning into the stream tonight. You sure you want to stream the sporting games? Gyökeres against Scales. Let's not think about it too much. I wonder if Gyökeres will still be there by then. I'm assuming so. It doesn't look as though any move is imminent for him. Been all Celtic thus far. 26 minutes if you are just joining us. Celtic are up 1-0 against Queen's Park. Johnny Kenny with the only goal. A couple of big chances for Celtic. Should be maybe 3 or 4 with the chances we could have buried. But good defending from Queen's Park has stopped that as a ball is swung in. And my stream freezes. My stream freezes. Which is just absolutely fantastic. And I've been black screened. I've been black screened. Let me refresh. Oh. That's never good news. Right. I believe I'm getting a stream back up and running here. Hold on. Give me a moment, guys. You're no training with intensity. You're no being my team. The good thing is I've got my stream back and it's exactly at the point it was at. However, I've lost Jerry McCulloch. Jerry McCulloch is now gone. Rest in peace to Jerry McCulloch, who I can no longer hear. For some people, that might be a blessing. Celtic are going for the stream quality is much better now since I've refreshed. Brilliant. This is a lot better looking since I've refreshed. The angles with a ball drilled along the ground, defended. Well, I get Queen's Park. Here, listen. Defend with this same quality and you have a serious chance in the league next year. We've got a couple of donations that I'm going to get to in a moment. Lots of questions as well flying in. Just checking my phone there, lads. Sorry. Right, let's run through a couple of these donations very quickly, shall we? Because I've got a couple to pile up. Thank you first of all to Adam, who has donated 5 memberships as I'm being alerted about through my headphones. All 5 of them I think are coming up on screen. Congratulations to Brooklyn, Rory, Lawrence and Ranny's Rovers who have won memberships through Adam. Well done, Adam. Thank you, Adam. You're an absolute legend of a guy gifting out 5 memberships to the community. We love seeing the 118 Club grow as we come up to nearly a year since I started it. Liam, thank you for the $4.99, brother. You're an absolute legend. First off, thoughts on a Kenny loan to Falkirk? Similar system, same league. Also, could you check out my Celtic t-shirts at half time? Yes, drop me where to find your Celtic t-shirts and I will have a look. I will go and have a look at half time, brother. And Falkirk, listen, at the end of the day, it's all about this. Is so one thing. Let me take away Kenny for a second. I know you've asked in particular about Kenny, so it's not to disregard your question. I will come back to it. But a lot of people today going on about Nawrocki and Scales, and I get it. I agree with it. You know me, I'm a huge Liam Scales critic, right? But the thing is with Scales, right? They're like, oh, it should be Scales going instead of Nawrocki. People need to be interested in Liam Scales to sell Liam Scales, you know? And I don't think there would be any interest out there for him because he's not that great. Whereas Nawrocki, at least he's given something to warrant some interest. So Johnny Kenny's in one of those situations. We know there is clubs interested in him because Bolton had a bid rejected of £500,000. If the likes of a Falkirk were interested, 100%, I would send him there. I'd like him to be in this league. I'd like him to be at this level so we could get a good idea of where he is. But I, at the same time, I would like him to go somewhere that he's going to have a chance to score a lot of goals. And Falkirk, the jump from the Championship is big, man. I've seen a lot of people. Let me say something that some people are going to find controversial. I've seen a lot of people saying that Falkirk are going to be top half this season. I don't know why. The gulf between the two leagues is huge, and as my good mate David Buick would put it, you know, the Championship last season was some of the worst quality in it in a long, long time, and Falkirk just managed to take advantage of that. So I don't know. I'm not saying they'll go down. I think they could stay up. Good ball across there. Celtic got another chance, but cleared by Queen's Park. I'm not saying that they're going to go back down or anything like that. But I don't see them. I've seen a lot of people saying, "Oh, they'll finish top 6." I'm like, why? What makes you think that? Cammy, thank you, mate. 5 donations from Cammy as well. Can everybody say thank you to Cammy? Congratulations to Tim, James, Stephen, and Reese, who have all, and Aidan as well, who have all won memberships through Cammy's gifted 5 subs. Thank you, Cammy. You're another absolute legend to this channel, as you well know. 10 gifted memberships. What a community. Nice to see 10 fresh new members tonight in this stream as we approach the 1,000 viewer mark. 15 minutes left in the first half as well. And Mortal has done the duty of posting the Ryan118 Discord in the chat. If you want to join the Ryan118 Discord, we have fun. I say we, I only get to check it every now and then because I'm a busy man, but they have fun in the Discord, and there's a lot of good communities in there. We have a Ryan118 Pro Clubs team and other things as well. We have different Discord servers to share our favourite music. We talk about Formula 1, we talk about wrestling, we talk about other things. It's a really fun place. It's a really safe place as well. We've got great moderators. If you want to join the Ryan118 Discord, then Mortal has put the link in the chat. Celtic have a free kick and it's really well worked. I like that, and it's a big save from the Queen's Park keeper. Very interesting to see Celtic go with a fresh looking set piece routine. We went short from the free kick, but not in the way that would usually frustrate us. We played a lovely wee through ball into the box and Celtic managed to get a shot off from it, and it was a good save from the Queen's Park keeper. Aaron saying Falkirk, Dundee and Livy bottom 3. You've got the exact same bottom 3 as me, Aaron. I'll obviously be doing my predictions in a few weeks' time, but that right now is my bottom 3. I'm not entirely sure about what order I'm going to go, but that's it. I think I would have Dundee rock bottom, but I think if they sack Stephen Presley soon enough, they actually have a good chance of being a bit safer. You know, so... Also, just to come back to the donation a minute ago from Liam. Liam, if you... I'm trying to look for your name popping up with your t-shirt stuff so I can check at half time. So don't let me not see a message before I go. Brooklyn, thank you for the donation, brother. Will we play Como in Como? If we do, Kun versus Celtic. Well, there's no guarantee of who will play. All we know is Celtic will play Ajax, which means that Como will take on Al Ali in the other game. And it's basically, you know, winner versus winner, loser versus loser. So there is a 50-50 chance that we can meet Nicholas Kuhn again in Como, which will be interesting. Alex Valley and Nicholas Kuhn, to be precise. Falkirk, nice stadium, good fans, will bring something to the Premiership. Nice stadium, it's only got 3 fucking stands. No, I'm joking, it is a decent ground. It's just a shame that it's an AstroTurf pitch as one of the stands. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing them back in the top flight. Should be, and they've done really well with their ticket sales. I think Celtic and Rangers are only going to end up with about 800 tickets for the Falkirk Stadium because of the season ticket uptake in Falkirk next year, which I would love to see all over the country, man. I wish that everybody, and I get it, you know, season tickets in football in general is just so expensive nowadays that some people just cannot justify. Oh, Liam, thank you for the other donation, brother. I appreciate that. I will get that typed in at half time so I can go and check. But thank you, Liam, mate. God bless you. Oh, Celtic got, once again, just had to stick a leg out there and get the ball back, but a bit flimsy. It's getting very dark at Lesser Hampden. It would get dark at 8:20 at night, to be fair, Ryan. It would get dark. Inamura in the stands tonight. Celtic looking once again just to change that point of attack and to find themselves a second goal. Complete domination, as you would expect, though. Celtic could have had 3 or 4 by now. Here's the ball sent back out to the left-hand side. Get a cross in. A bit of a hesitation on that left-hand side and a shot from range that goes flying out to the car park at Lesser Hampden someday. And a smile on the face of Dane Murray, who took the shot. I think Dane Murray knows himself that he might have a bill to pay in the morning. Adam, thank me, Adam, you're too kind, brother. Adam gifted another 5 memberships to the viewers. Thank you, brother. You're an absolute don. An absolute don. And once again, everybody, send your thank yous to anybody who gifts the memberships. Congrats to Martin, Celtic champions, Ethan, John and Frank, who have picked up channel memberships from Adam. Don't you dare him into buying another 10. I don't want to be responsible for the man. The man's got a child to pay for. You know, not my fucking channel memberships. Derek saying Inamura is atrocious. 5'11", only playing full professional this year. Absolutely embarrassing signing. Is it though? I mean, it's 250 grand, Derek. And I don't think he's been brought... Look, listen, I'll eat my hat if it's the case. I'll eat my words if I'm wrong. But I don't think he's going to have any grand expectation this team this season to be playing football. I don't think we'll see him that much. I think he's here for the future. And I know he's only 23. So he's already 23. And maybe you do need to start thinking about when he gets into this team. But I just don't think that's going to happen right now. I don't think it's embarrassing. I just think that as long as Celtic do other business, and the main business that they're supposed to do, then... there's nothing wrong with it. Good ball in again from Celtic. Some delicious crosses from Celtic's wide players today, but just maybe a little bit too much height on them, or not enough height in the leap of Celtic players. Inamura will be out of the club by December. God, when did we all become so negative? Give the lad a chance. He's not even kicked a ball for us. Why are we all so negative? I get the kind of points about his height. He's not a huge player, but I'm not going to compare him to Fabio Cannavaro, who was a Ballon d'Or winning centre half. But Fabio Cannavaro was like 5'9". He's one of the greatest centre halves to ever live. It's not about your height, it's about how you use it. It's about your physicality, it's about your defensive ability. If your positioning is right, if your reading of the game is right, it cancels out for height. And he's like an inch or two shorter than Cameron Carter-Vickers. Don't write off a player before they're even here. We should want every Celtic player to succeed. I want to see positivity amongst the Celtic supporters. By the way, we have just, I don't know if you've noticed, but we have just crossed 50,500 subscribers. Cheers, lads. Keep the subscribers piling in, and thank you to all the gifted memberships as well so far. Another corner from Celtic. We've been quite good from our corners this evening. Another decent one that the Queen's Park keeper comes flopping it. How's that a goal kick? Keeper punched it away. I'm not having that. Goal kick to Queen's Park. I tell you, if we can hit corners like this through the season, I'll be a lot more positive about Europe and all the rest of it. We've just been useless from corners for years, and that's one thing that Celtic really need to work hard on this summer. They really need to work hard on making sure that we that we set up set pieces and use them better. Timmy would love Jamie Vardy in the squad. Fair enough. I don't think that'll happen. I think those days are behind him. I wonder, is Jamie Vardy signed for anybody yet, actually? Is the Lennon Miller deal not happening? Doesn't look like it, Kevin. We were talking about that a couple of weeks ago on the channel, how I think it was his dad has came out and said that he's probably going to go to the continent. Boys in green, hold on, Celtic with another good cross. Tell you what, the crossing has been the standout for me this afternoon. I know we've not really scored from any of them, but they look a lot better than some of the crossing we're used to over the course of a season. We've all said about set pieces for years. But boys in green, thank you for the donation, mate. God bless. Hi Ryan, do you think we'll sign a first choice centre back? We need to. We quite literally need to, boys in green. If we don't, then it's gross negligence of the highest order from the Celtic hierarchy. We need to be signing a real good quality centre half, and I think we will. I don't think there is no way that us as fans can sit here and see that we desperately need a top choice partner for Cameron Carter-Vickers, and the club can't see it. There's no way, So I think we'll get somebody, and I think we'll get somebody worth a few million quid. Celtic going forward again, a bit of pace injected into the game as we come to the last 6 or so minutes of the first half. I don't imagine much stoppage time will get added. Getting tore in, getting stuck. A big Dean Murray's looking good, looking physical. He's getting tore right into it. Sean Crichton, the Queen's Park manager, not so happy about it. And I don't like this. Dane Murray down on the ground. Is he okay? We know that Dane Murray has struggled with... I don't know if that is Dane Murray, actually. I think that's Donovan. My bad. No, it is Dane Murray. It is Dane Murray. Dane Murray, who has struggled with injury issues over the years. Hopefully just a wee knock there as he walks it off. He runs it off. He looks fine. He looks okay. Dane Murray's somebody I'd really like to see a lot more of. Big guy. We're talking about height and we're talking about quality in centre halves. Or physicality in centre halves. I mean, that could be everything that Dane Murray possesses. He is limping a little bit. I think he's just taking a wee nasty one as he was getting tore right in. As I said, Sean Crichton, the Queen's Park manager, wasn't happy at all. We need quality signings. Osman, Duhan and Inamura are not good enough. Right, can I just... Like, football is life. There's no disrespect to you here. I'm not calling you out in particular. What? Can people stop going on about Ross Duhan as if we had... He's a third choice keeper. What do we want as our third choice keeper? David bloody De Gea. Fucking hell. Ross Duhan's coming in to replace Scott Bain, for Pete's sake. And he's actually better than Scott Bain. Ross Duhan is a smart signing by the club. He's club trained, home nation trained. He's a solid enough keeper at third point, at third choice. And Osmond is a 19-year-old lad who is coming in with a very high ceiling. Stop being so negative. It's the 4th of July. We should be saying it's US Independence Day. Poof. Another membership from Adam. My light's away. There we go, it's back. A lot of questions coming in anyway. The thing is about Davey, the thing is about signing down south. Do you want to sign down south? Let's be realistic here. Let's have an honest conversation. Congrats to Alan who's picked up the membership and Adam is done for the night. Good. But thank you, Adam. Let's have a conversation about signing down south, right? Down south is not easy for Celtic to shop in. Do you know why? Because you're either not going to be able to afford them because they're on sky-high wages playing for clubs that are going to pay more than Celtic at the Premier League, or you're going to end up with the absolute shite that Rangers have been signing for years. Now, there's of course exceptions to that, and there are players down there that we let slip through or whatnot. But we've had our Matt O'Reillys over the years, guys that had Moussa Dembele, and Callum Osman might be the next one of them. For goodness sake, we signed Matt O'Reilly for £1.5 million. We signed Moussa Dembele in a free. But do you want the shite that Rangers have signed over the years? Your Tom Lawrences of the world. Signing down south is not Celtic's market to sign in. And guess what? Newsflash, the markets that we have shopped in have worked for Celtic. The Scandinavian markets, the Japanese markets, the Austrian markets, the Dutch markets. You think of Celtic's best players of the last decade and you think of where they've came from. Or their biggest exports, I should say. You know, like Virgil van Dijk, who came in from Groningen in Holland. Victor Wanyama, who came in from... Was he playing in Israel at the time? He might have been. No, he wasn't. He's playing in Belgium. He was playing for Beerschot. Who am I thinking of? Biram Kayal. He's playing at Beerschot in Belgium. Nicholas Kuhn, who came in from Austria. These are the markets that Celtic need to shop in. Henrik Larsson came from Feyenoord. Or came from Holland, you know? Anyway. But I want positivity. Fucking hell, first pre-season friendly, we're all down and gloom. I agree, Keane. I think Duhan's a very smart signing. Listen, we know what he is, and we know what he's got. He knows what he is as well. He's not coming in here. Listen, he'll talk positively about his chances of playing for this team. Of course he will, because he's a professional footballer, and he's a professional in the media when that's called upon. But we have Kasper Schmeichel, and he knows he's signing up for that season ticket that belonged to Scott Bay. Get rid of it, Celtic. Get rid of it. Queen's Park causing a little bit of problem for the first time towards the end of the half. I agree, Aaron. Very easy to do for some people. Oh, he must be like Kobayashi. What, because he's Japanese? I must be like fucking Billy Connolly when it comes to comedy, because I'm Scottish. Get Yakimakis back and you'd be happy, Cammy. Well, I mean, he basically hurled himself out there, didn't he? He's like, come and get me. I'd be buzzing if Yakimakis came back. Right, set piece time for us to defend Queen's Park with their first opportunity of the game here with the Mount Florida flats behind them. Free kick from just outside the area. Just as we get towards the end of the first half. Crossed in. Oh no, it's a shot on goal and it goes over the bar. Coming up for half time, as you can see with the clock on screen. We are nearly there. Lubo was 300 grand, Larson was 600 grand. The cheap price doesn't mean they'll be shite. Have some optimism, folks. Thank you, Alan. I love those sorts of comments. Game is so boring. I ain't watching second half. Well, I mean, that is a pre-season friendly against Queen's Park. I don't know what you expected, to be fair. Fans you into, but fair enough. Utilise your evening. We should be expecting the half-time whistle any moment now. Celtic all over Queen's Park in this first half. Could have had more than just the one goal thus far. as we wait for the referee to put the whistle to his lips. And surely that'll be that. It is. It's half time at Lesser Hampden. Queen's Park 0, Celtic 1. Johnny Kenny gets the goal. That is the difference so far in the game. And a pretty dominating first half for Celtic. Chances. Austin Trusty had a header cleared off the line. A chance from Donovan early in the first half as well. Went just over the bar. A couple of other wee ones for Celtic in there, but mostly Celtic in control. Queen's Park with only a couple of shots towards the Celtic goal, but nothing that we couldn't handle. Defensively well set up Queen's Park. As I said, half time, Queen's Park 0, Celtic 1. We'll wait for the second half to start as we get a preview of Benjamin Nygren on screen, I should say. Right, let's get a wee bit of chat. I will be going away to get some refreshments to top up on my water at some point during half time, but I'll get a wee bit of chat. First of all, thank you, Adam, for the donation, £2. Appreciated, brother. He says, check the Discord. I will check the Discord. Am I looking at the general chat? What am I missing? What am I in here for? What am I looking at? Oh, Oasis have made it to their third song. Right, what am I meant to be looking at in the Discord? I'm confused. There's a lot of messages. I don't know what in particular I might be looking at here. Oh wait, is it you that sent me something? I've just seen your message, Adam. I'll check your other messages after the stream as well, but I've just seen your most recent message. You know what? See if we are. Good. I mean, that was the rumour about Shamrock Rovers and Liam Scales, wasn't it? Oh god, my stream's just broke on me now. Right. Let's get some points in before I go and top up on water. Half time, 1-0 Celtic. Rangers are outdoing us. Transfer window isn't over. A laughing face. I wouldn't say they're outdoing us. We're always going to have a big window. I enjoyed the laughing face though. What do I think of the new third kit? It's not for me. Maybe it'll grow on me, but it's not for me. Favourite Celtic player? McGregor. Is that boring? It's just when you get to my age, you know, favourite players aren't really a thing. I've not had a favourite player since I was about 16. Oh, I should say 18 when Musa was still here. Nah, I do have ones that I love, to be fair. Like Joe Hart, obviously was one of my favourites. Graham, not an inspiring first half performance, but as a fringe side, so expected. Yeah. Listen, I was not expecting a classic by any stretch this evening. I'm here for the laughs more than anything. If I wasn't doing a watch along, there's a high chance I would have patched this and went to the pub. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to beat around the bush. I think most Celtic supporters would do that. If you go to the most season ticket holders right now and ask them if they're watching this, they're probably not. We need 4 or 5 starters. I agree, Alistair. I'm hoping that we at least make 4 of our first team signings, and I hope that we have a big second half for guys like Johnny Kenny, who Celtic Boy 67 says will cook in the second half. Is Chris Garden going to Norwich now? Is he? I thought he was going to Lons. I know that Norwich were interested, but I thought they were confident of a move to Lons. Have I missed something in the past couple of hours? Ryan, you drink so much water, you must be hooked up to a bag. I just like my water, mate. I just like it. You know, I've tanned this for the first half. You might drink 2 litres a day. And look how it's treated me. I look terrible drinking 2 litres a day. I don't even get through 2 litres a day most days. Kevin saying that Rangers have signed a fair few, but spending $5 million on a guy from Luton, that's too good for League One, but a ghost in the Championship. Yeah, look, listen, the thing is with Rangers as well, and this pisses me, it's the same every year. Rangers go into the summer needing a rebuild every summer, right? And then they make a few signings, and everybody goes, oh, Rangers are making signings. Of course they are. They finished fucking 20 points behind Celtic. They have to make signings. Celtic are miles ahead. Our business doesn't need to be conducted at the same rate they do. I know some people go, oh, it does. And I get that. I do. I'm not saying it doesn't need to be a bit of haste around Celtic's business, but Rangers were always going to make signings. And this isn't me saying nothing. I think that some of the players look interesting. These signings they're making. We'll see how it is. I'll judge them when they hit the park. But I'm not sitting here going Joe Rothwell, shaking in my fucking boots. Who knows? Maybe he'll be good. Maybe he'll be shite. You know. They're making signings, and that's that. Celtic will make theirs. Like we've already made 5. I don't think McGregor will play much of the second half, Paul. But I agree with what you're saying, but we do need to get him back up into speed as well. So there has to be a balance in pre-season between the two. Would I take Ayer back in a heartbeat, Stephen? In a heartbeat. In fact, I would love Celtic to go in for Ayer if it was possible. But he's got Norwich, is he? Alistair Aye. Fucking hell. That is nuts. Go get a can of Pepsi. Don't tempt me. I've got a finished one here. I've already had like 2 cans today. I don't know if a third's a wise idea. I mean, it's Pepsi Max, sugar free in it, but never drink from plastic bottles. You're drinking in microplastics. I don't believe in all that. We're all going to die one day. I never watched the podcast till like 2 years ago, but seen one from 2020 and Kieran was about 30 kilo heavier. Some go up for the boy. He's done well. He's lost a lot of weight. Kieran, he's done well. I don't know if he's watching. If you are, Kieran, well done, son. You're getting your compliments on stream. Kind of mental that both Vizcard and Kyogo will both be... Yeah, Ginger Lewis. That's a point. Kyogo got to Birmingham. What's happened there? What's happened there, man? And before people start asking, no, I wouldn't have taken him back this summer. Made his bed. We've got to move on as well. That's nothing. That's not me. I'm not one of these people going, oh, fuck, me left Celtic. I love Kyogo. I appreciate everything he's done for the club, but I just think that it's best to move on. You know? 49ers have double the money of us. Yeah, so they do. People having a moan at a 250k signing like it's their money. If he doesn't work, he doesn't work. And do you know what the other thing is, Liam? 100%, I agree with you. It's fucking pocket money to say, like, 250 grand. Jesus. People are acting like we're... I don't know. You can't win with some people. You just can't. Penrice to Celtic off as he's gone to Athens. Yeah, I seen that. I mean, he was never going to Celtic anyway, Cammy. But listen, it's a good move for the lad. I you know, hats off to him. Taking himself over to Greece and challenging himself. I think that'll be good. I think that Penrice looked a good player, to be honest. You know, I remember when all the talk started about Doig again. I was like, I'd take Penrice over Doig in a heartbeat. I think Doig is not a great player. That's not the David McIntyre I think it is it? No, I don't think it is. I have a mate called David McIntyre and I thought it was him. He's, funnily enough, a Rangers supporter. Aye. Right, I'm going to go and top up on liquid. My lighting is very bright this evening. Right, turn it down. Look how bright am I? Turn it down. There we go. That'll do. Is that okay, everybody? I'm going to jump down, top up on my refreshments for the second half. And then I'll be back and I'll be ready to go for the second half. Celtic, of course, leading 1-0. We'll get more chat on the go. I'm enjoying myself. We're having fun. We have over 900 live viewers. So bear with me. I'll be back in a few minutes' time. And we'll be ready to... Why is like one of my lights brighter than the other? What is going on here? That's okay, isn't it? I don't want it to be too bright. So bear with me. Stay, chat amongst yourselves. And we'll be ready to go for the second half when I'm back with my top war. Right. We're ready to go for the second half, boys. Still a few minutes away. Why is there so many 118 out spamming messages in the chat? Do you know what's the worst thing? You know, non-channel members can't use them. You know, you're making them left out. You know, that's what I worry about. I worry about the non-channel members. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back for the second half. I have topped up on my water. Reusing bottles. You know, it's the green way forward. I'm trying to save the earth, one bottle at a time. We're still waiting for the teams to, of course, come out for the second half. So we'll keep conversation going, keep chat going. We've taken a dip in viewership at half time, as you would imagine. So hopefully we get a lot of our viewers back for the second half. What's one player you wish you seen in a specific year? AG 2016 Paulo Dybala. What a shout, by the way. 2003 Henrik Larsson. I just wish that I was born like 5 years earlier. Is there a full different 11 coming out for the second half? God, I'm not even going to try and keep up with what players they are and aren't, to be honest. I'm just going to go, that one done well. Engels has looked good, I think. I think he's looked lively, hacky. But I would just wish I was a wee bit older to remember the run to Seville. That's my answer, Celtic boy. Engels, I think, has looked sharp, looks good. As I said, I feel like he looks as though he's bulked up. But I don't know if I'm just half my tits. If they don't want left out, they can become a member. That's the selling point, Mortal. Well done, son. Luca, I seen your tweet at half time, actually, Luca. Am I a Yang Gang member? Listen, I'm not gonna. Listen, I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm not a Yang Gang member. Sorry, I don't mean to be that guy. I can't lie. I think everybody knows that I've been pretty critical of Yang. I can't say I'm a Yang Gang member. The score is on screen. Battle Greats 1-0 Celtic. Full new 11. The teams are now coming back onto the pitch. Queen's Park are making their way onto the pitch just now. I'm going to try and see if Celtic have posted anything about the change of 11. They haven't as of yet on their social media, so we're just going to roll with the punches. You know, whoever plays well, we don't really need to worry too much about names. Some of the youngsters, you're seeing them for the first time, you're like, who's that? On a terrible stream, terrible camera angles, no commentary. If Nigren didn't have 6 months left in his contract, it would have been about 6 or 7 million. Good bit of business. 100%. I've said that a good few times now. That's exactly what would have been the case. Wouldn't have been a Celtic player if he had like 3 years in his deal, I don't think. Well, it might have been. Ryan, being serious, 2003 Henrik Larsson's generally better than any country. I don't doubt that. I think Henrik Larsson's one of the greatest strikers ever to live. Ever to play the game. I think that right now in the Premier League, I don't know how well the people have got, especially the young crowd, are going to say, "Oh, you don't say it because of nostalgia." But I do genuinely, I don't think that there's too many elite, world class, game defining talents in the Prem in their prime right now. Haaland is like the closest, and even at that, he dipped off a little bit last season. But still great. I don't know who would you call top level? Like I mean, like creme de la creme. I mean, like right up there. Salah, Salah, of course. Salah's one of the best to ever play the game. I'll not hear any different. Salah, Haaland, De Bruyne was there, but he's finished now. But I agree with that. I think Henrik Larsson would be the best striker in the Prem. Hold on, second half is about to begin. We're just waiting for the ball to be kicked. Florian Wirtz now, of course, one of my favourite players in the world. Well, was not now that he's at Liverpool, but he was my favourite player in the world before that move outside Celtic. Second half is about to begin, and we are underway for the second half at Lesser Hamden. Celtic lead the game 1-0 and go out to the second half with a different looking side. I have no idea who is on the pitch right now. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to try. Have Celtic tweeted yet? Have Celtic told us the team? I don't think they have. Ross Doohan's still in goals, and Queen's Park going forward. Having to defend. Is that Stevie Welsh? Is that Welsh on the park? I think, yeah, Welsh has got the captain's armband on. There you go. Stephen Welsh is on. Yeah, a very different outfield 11. Ross Doohan still in goals, so it looks as though he's going to play the 90 for Celtic. Stephen Welsh is on with the armband round him. I don't know who else is on the park right now, but it does look as though it's a full New 11 to take on this second half against Queen's Park. So I'll come to you with any team news to tell you definitely who's there. Too far out. Duhan's went flopping to the ground there. Queen's Park starting the second half with a little bit of positivity, looking to create a chance for a corner kick, but it's a free kick. Ross Duhan was fouled, hence the reason he went flopping to the ground. Yes, Helen, it's already underway, I've been led to believe. I see videos are already circulating, doing the rounds of some of the performances, Oasis in Cardiff. We would very much love to be at one of those gigs if I could. It must be such an exciting feeling. I'm not even a huge Oasis fan, but they're undeniable the influence they've had on British pop culture and music in general. A lot of respect for them. And obviously big Celtic fellas, big Celtic players. Dan Burn, Hoyland, yeah, that'll be right. I love Hoyland as well. I want him to work so badly. Isaac is not up there. I'm not having that. Isaac is not. Isaac could be, but not quite yet. He's like the level below, I would say. Strand Larsen to Celtic, good shout. Strand Larsen's just signed a 4-year contract with Wolves, I believe. So, but Strand Larsen, I know you're a Wolves fan, Kevin. We've got a Celtic have a corner here, seeing a lot of questions. I love these streams. I love just talking nonsense. I love that. Alistair said he wouldn't have swapped Larsen for anybody. Yep, I mean, I don't think any Celtic fan would have swapped him for. I mean, there's the camera quality. Ball swung in, and as I'm like, oh, something might happen. As somebody walks in front of the camera and you can't see what happens, but the keeper has claimed the cross. More heads popping in front of the camera. Sit down. Second half has commenced. It's like the theatre. Get in. Get your drink and fucking get in Dan Burn. I don't think any. I mean, try to think back to like the early 2000s and late 90s. Like, I don't think a Celtic fan would have swapped Henrik Larsson for Zinedine Zidane. And that's not being ridiculous, but that is the affinity that Celtic fans had for Zinedine Zidane. For Henrik Larsson. Still 1-0. Let's see all the questions. Salah and Wirtz. I can't stand Liverpool yet. I know the feeling, mate. I know the feeling. If only United were still on top. I hope Liverpool get Isaac before we play Newcastle if they do sign him. Well, I don't know if Isaac will even play that day. It depends how Newcastle treat it. They might put the boys out, to be honest. Thoughts on Nicholas Kuhn going? I'm gutted. And thank you for the compliments on my commentary, Battle Greats. But listen, it's good money for the club, and if we sign up, then it'll be all okay. Favourite band? Asked Connor. I think I've made it clear on this channel over the years that I am a huge Beatles fan. Massive. I sacrificed my ticket for the League Cup final in December to go and see Paul McCartney, because I would never have forgiven myself if I didn't see Paul McCartney before he inevitably dies. And I don't regret it, even though it was winning, beating Rangers in penalties and all the rest of it. I would do it 1,000 times over, go and see Paul McCartney. I'm a Beatle maniac, always have been. I love the Beatles, I love the Beach Boys. I'm an old soul. I like new music as well, of course. I like all types of music apart from like that music that's just noise, like the techno. I'm no down with the kids, all that. When I take Jordan Larson if he was younger, no, I don't think he's ever really been Celtic quality, and I think that's evident now where he is in his career. I think there was a point where it looked as though he could have beaten, and they just never fulfilled it really. If you want to talk more nonsense with Ryan, and join the 118 Club for a $5 or Thunder Club for $7. Look at St. Mortal doing all my advertising for me. Remember, you can use the reminder, the QR code down here, bottom corner, is to become a channel member if you want to do that. Cunha, great player. Man United to get relegated this year. Man United will finish top 5. Come back to me on it. How good have the Brazilian teams been in the World Cup? Well, not for the last few. It's been pretty mince, haven't they? Brazil have had a real downfall in quality, I'd say. They've got good players. Obviously, they've got good players. I mean, you think of Neymar, and even now they've got good players in amongst it, but just not like you go back to the early 2000s. Like Kaká, Ronaldinho, Roberto Carlos, Cafu. Even our keeper and Julius Caesar. Oh man, what Julio Caesar, fucking Roman Emperor. It's just a great team. Great team, and it's very hard to top that. They're a far cry away from that. Second half, 5 minutes in now. It's been a bit of a back and forth exchange thus far in the second half. Celtic not as dominant as they were in the first, but we are 5 minutes and still got most of the ball, but not created as many chances as we now move forward. Is Engels still on? It's not a full change. McGregor and Engels are still there. A few of them are still. Aye, there we go. I think that's Francis Turley that's on the park. No, that's not Engels. That's not Engels. I'm talking shite. The camera angles are rotten. I can't tell. Without names in the back of their shirt, I know I'm hopeless. That's not McGregor either, Ryan. Yeah, it is a whole different 11. They all look so similar. With their Under Armour on and their wet hair because of the rain. And their green and white hoops. You've been sniffing glue, Ryan. Man, you're in the top 5. I'm telling you. I'm just telling you. It's going to finish in the top 5. Maybe I have been sniffing glue. I'm just telling you. My words on it. Come back to it. No European football. There's somebody standing in front of the camera. I can't see. There's literally just somebody in front of the camera. My God Almighty. Favourite Celtic game of all time. Well, I mean, if we're talking my lifetime or my conscious lifetime, either Barcelona or Lazio. And I lean towards Lazio because I was there. I sadly wasn't at the Barca game, so I'm a bit selfish in that regard. Top 5 and then you woke up. I mean, that is true. Don't think that QR code is scannable because of the 118. It should be. It works for me. I do it on my phone. Look, bang. QR code. And then, it works for me. Works fine for me. The logo in the middle should still work. But it works for me. Celtic trying to go forward now. More talk about QR codes and commentary of the game second half. We all know what we're here for. As Queen's Park sweep up the ball, and they've given it right to Celtic in a dangerous area. It was picked up well, and Celtic just can't get a shot away. You can tell it's now the young B team players in the park because there is a certain edge or confidence missing. There's a nervousness, I think, and this is what always happens in these pre-season friendly games. I'm always very excited to see the young players play, and I don't doubt them. It's not what I'm saying. But I think there is always a nervousness like, okay, this is a chance to shine, this is a chance to show Brendan Rodgers, it's a chance to show the Celtic fans, and then they're maybe just a wee bit nervous to do something. You know, they're maybe just a wee bit nervous to take that shot when there's an opening. They want to give it to somebody else and pass on the responsibility. You need to be ready to step up in these games, I think. And listen, it's perfectly reasonable when you're a young player who's been dreaming of the opportunity. And then it comes along and it is nervous. You know, it is nervous. Ryan is describing the players like how he describes Zara Larsson. How would that be? How was I describing the players? What was I saying? Listen, let's not go back to 2017, Ryan 118. We'll talk about Zara Larsson for the rest of the night if that's the case. Brazil are good then, don't know how to play as a team. Yeah, that's a lot of good players but not a great team. I mean, that's why they've got Carlo Ancelotti, isn't it though? Cross from Celtic, looked like a attempt of a shot from range that goes out for a Queen's Park goal kick. So the intensity has dropped a little bit from Celtic, I would say, in this second half. Not like we've been ill of trying, but you know. Murray saying that we should just blame Liam Scales for being in front of the camera. We'll sum up his defensive positioning, really. Aye. Too many microplastics. What do you think of St Mirren's Dublin boy Roland Aduowo? Not seen enough of him to give you a really credible opinion, Ian. I'm not going to lie. You see bits and bobs on Sports Scene and that's not enough. But, you know, looks decent. St Mirren are an interesting side. Stephen Robinson is a great manager. A great manager, clearly. He constantly does well in this country. But I just sometimes look at teams like that and I go, would they be better with an attacking minded coach? That's what I always think of when I look at St Mirren. But he's a great coach, and listen, I don't think any St Mirren fan would change consistent there or thereabout top 6 finishes for a slightly better brand of football. At the end of the day, you want what's best for the club, and what's best for the club is as high a league position as possible, and they get that under Stephen Robinson. Has there been any subs, Peter? Yes, we've changed the whole 11 apart from Ross Doohan in the second half, so it's a completely different outfield side for the second half as Celtic press up the park high again. Queen's Park, get rid of it, but Ross Doohan remains in goals from the first half. Do you see Bernardo being the future number 6? Very similar style of player to McGregor. Would rather see us get a creative midfielder instead of a 6. Looked lost without Hatate at the end of last season. Good question, Jamie. I don't see Bernardo as much of a 6. I'll be honest. But you never know. McGregor was transformed into one, and I don't think Bernardo is totally out of possibility of that happening to him. But look, listen, the midfield is an area that will need to be thought about as the year goes on, especially if players leave or if there's talk of them leaving. We'll wait and see. If Man United finish in the top 5, I'll give you my season ticket the year later. Right, Colin? I will try my best to remember that, even though I probably won't. Who would win in a 1v1, Henrik or Zlatan? That's a very good question, because both of them are unbelievable, aren't they? But Henrik. Of course I'm going for Henrik. Link in the description of the QR code doesn't work. What? Works for me though. Why does it work for me? Zara or Henrik? I think we all know the answer to that question. Celtic moving forward. Chance now. Just can we take a risk? Cross cleared by Queen's Park. It just there's a shot from range blocked by Queen's Park. They left it too late there to take a risk or a chance. Come on. I want to see the young'uns really grab the game by the scruff of the neck and announce themselves as an opportunity or a player. Thank you to Q4 for Cione. Welcome to the 118 Club, brother. It's a pleasure to have you, and thank you for signing up. I appreciate it. Celtic now approaching the hour mark in the game. Still only 1-0 up. Total side of B team players out now. The likes of McGregor and such off the park. Some nice movement, some good passing from Celtic here. Sending the ball out right. Can he get a good ball in? The crossing quality in the first half was very, very good. Second half, shot from range, and that's hit off the bar. Celtic came pretty close. It was a thunderous strike, and I think the goalkeeper might have got a touch on it to send it onto the bar. That could have been a second for Celtic this evening. I'm not entirely sure who it was that ended up getting the shot away, but it was instead of going for a cross from out far right, slipped a wee pass into the player, and he struck it really hard. And it was a really good strike. Keeper touched it onto the bar. It still remains 1-0. Bar or post. Let's see. Got a lot of questions piling in. I can't even keep up now. I've been thrown off by a smacking the beans on toast. Or the Carrington bar. Whatever one it came rocketing off. The ball moved that quick. I can't even tell if it was the post of the bar, to be quite honest. Here we go again. Looking just to create another opportunity. Celtic starting to get a bit of confidence in them. A shot from range. It rolls along. I thought there was maybe a couple of deflections in that. Here's the highlight once again. It was a good strike. And the cameraman's terrible. Sack him. There's got to be better cameramen in this country. God almighty, go and get the guys from ICW for Pete's sake. Didn't even follow the shot. Don't even know where it went. Rotten. Anyway, Celtic getting a wee bit of confidence into their game now. Take that Rockets hat off. They're pish like Rangers. Fucking shut up, Harry. Right? Well, you think I'm a glory hunter? I just got to support all the teams that win. Huh? You want me to be a Boston Celtics fan? Glory hunt? No. I've always been a Rockets man. I'm a James Harden man, in all honesty. Fontaine's DC or Wonder Horse. Never listened to any of them a puff, to be quite honest. I always meant to try and give Fontaine's a listen to, and I just haven't really got round to it. I'm a creature of habit. I like my music. Kiss, marry, kill. Henrik, Zara, and Neil Lennon. Well, I'm marrying Neil. He'd be a great lover. Let's see, what else? Celtic, once again, got this ball down the right-hand side. We have crossed the hour mark in the game. We've got over 800 live viewers. If you haven't, please make sure to hit like and subscribe and keep your questions piling in. That's what I meant to do. I've not checked Liam's thing. I need to go back and find his donation. Has anybody got is Liam's thing there? Talk chats in here? No, but live chat. Let me get rid of this. I've just realised that my pinned message is still there. I need to scroll back up and think, oh God, I've lost Liam's. Mortal, you're good at this kind of stuff. Mortal, get me the link to Liam's Twitter, could you? And I'll go and check it. Thank you to James for becoming a member of the Thunder Club. Welcome, brother. It's good to have you. Thought this might have been a good game to get Osmond in. Yeah, I agree. Who left that comment again? MV Clips. Yeah, I would have loved to see Osmond today, but I think it's maybe just a bit too soon from signing. Next game, I'm sure we'll see Callum Osmond. This is once again, this is similar to like the Ayr game last year. It was always going to be more of a B team orientated friendly against Queen's Park. I think it's from the friendlies after this we'll start seeing the new signings. We'll start seeing more of the first team players. You know, it'll all kind of come together in the next few friendlies. How many signings are you hoping for before we head to Portugal's pre-season camp? I'd like it, you know, at least a couple to join up with us before then, if possible. Pick for next captain is Kieran Tierney. Kieran Tierney's the next captain. It's not even a conversation. Golden State Warriors, I fucking hate the Warriors. Don't even start. As a Rockets fan, do you know how much I hate the Warriors? Warriors are like Rangers to me. I hate the Warriors. Because James Harden's best chances of getting a fucking ring were stopped by that freak show of a team. I hate them. Thank you, James, for joining us in the Thunder Club again. Thank you, brother. You prefer the Raptors? Raptors solid. Drake's side, the 6. Don't mind the Raptors. I was a big fan of the Raptors in 2019. That's who I was supporting Kawhi and so. Although my Eastern Conference team is the Philadelphia 76ers. Philly Sixers. Substitution being made. Oh, are we changing our keeper or is this Queen's Park? No, I think it's us. Is this Thingamaboob coming on? It is. We're bringing on his name's just slipped my head. What's his name again? It's not Harry, is it? Josh Clark. I was about to say Harry Clark. Who's Harry Clark? Sam that plays for Ipswich. Josh Clark coming on in goals. Ross Doohan taking off just after the hour mark at Celtic. Now got a totally different 11 from what started the game. And I don't imagine Josh Clark will be tested much in the remainder of this game. But it would be nice to see Celtic get a second goal and really take the game by the scruff of the neck. Secure themselves the 3 points. And all that jazz. The square block in the QR code, if you put the stream on your phone and you see, I'll fix it later. It's not a big a deal anyway. If you want to become a member, it's on the channel page. Have you not got a season ticket, mate? I'm from Liverpool and don't go every week. No, I've got a season ticket. Don't worry, Colin. Thank you, though. You're a legend, brother. I've got a season ticket. Thank you, Colin, though. God bless you. Second half more entertaining than the first, says Graham. Well, listen, in terms of a game of football goes, I would say that the scrappier nature and the more kind of chance for Queen's Park to take advantage of the ill-experienced Celtic side is maybe open the game up a wee bit. But Celtic's still very much in control. The B team lads are doing well here. You know, they're controlling the game at their pace now. And I think they've settled very nicely after that opening. I think the opening 5 minutes, there was a little bit of nervousness around them. And I think they're settling into the game quite nicely here as we approach the 65th. Only 25 minutes now left in the game. And I don't imagine there'll be any time added on as well. Similar to the first half. Loads. Keep your questions coming in. Enjoy. And anything. We can talk about anything. The world is our oyster, ladies and gents. You can ask me anything you like. Ask me my opinions on the new Jeremy Corbyn, Zara Sultana leftist party, if you like. No, that'll be a can of worms. We'll save that for the members. Although, vote Corbyn. What a truly delightful cap Ryan is wearing. Thank you, Jezebel. I appreciate it. Do you think Tierney is going to be the vice captain over Vickers? That is Jamie, I've wondered that. It's a very good question because Vickers doesn't necessarily deserve to have that stripped from Queen's Park, making a number of substitutions here, by the way, so the game is just a pause for a moment. I think Tierney comes in with his place known in the pecking order. He'll be behind Vickers, I think. I don't think Rodgers would be in any rush to change that either. Listen, just because he played for Celtic before and because he's the golden boy doesn't mean that he comes in and does that. So I think he's the next captain of the club. Because McGregor's still got a few years and I don't think Vickers will be here at that point anyway. But who knows? You never know. I'm 412, Colin. I'm 412, funnily enough. I'm the section beside that, my season ticket. I'm right beside 411. Cheers, Mackenzie. I appreciate it. Celtic got a chance there, but goes out for a goal kick to Queen's Park. Is a hot dog a sandwich? I suppose it is, technically. I mean, like, a panini's a sandwich, a baguette is a sandwich. Why is a hot dog not a sandwich, I suppose? I suppose it is its own thing, but so is like a baguette, and that's a sandwich. Any film recommendations for tonight? Well. Get on my Letterboxd. I have been watching some cracking films recently. If you're a fan of film and you do not have a Letterboxd, get it. And get it now. Don't walk, run and get a Letterboxd and follow me on it. If you want film recommendations, I have just watched my 150th film of the year today. You're like, what? Yes, I've watched 150 films so far this year. My most recent being Poor Things, which I watched this afternoon. It was bloody fantastic. And if you're into that sort of fried artsy cinema, I would highly recommend it. Great film. I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. Brilliant film. Follow me on Letterboxd. I'm thinking about this week getting back. I want to start using social media a little bit more for good, because I hate social media. I hate it, but I want to start, posting kind of like mini film reviews and things, and talking about different things on my Instagram. And I think starting from next week, I'm going to actually start using my Instagram the way I should, as somebody whose job is in social media. It's time for me to actually be a bit more active. So film recommendations, get to my Letterboxd and you'll see. And I do like F1 Cammy. I am looking forward to Silverstone this weekend. Thoughts on the current state of WWE? Hopefully SummerSlam's like a bit of a reset. It's been a poor half of the year so far, but I don't think it's as bad as some people make out. There's just some questionable things going on, but we're healing. I think we're in a healing process. I enjoyed Night of Champions, Red Dead Ross. Did I enjoy Kneecap's Glastonbury show? I didn't watch it. As I said, I don't like Kneecap's music. I like the guys. I like the film. I support them. I stand by them, but it's not my kind of music, to say the least. What F1 team is my favourite? Well, Max and Fernando are my two favourite drivers, so I'm kind of wherever Max ends up next. Here's Celtic, big opening here for Celtic. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, he's just holding. That's what I mean. I just feel there's just a bit of nervousness around some of these young guys in the second half. Like, I feel like they're too focused on making themselves look good as a team player, which I get. It's you're performing in front of Brendan Rodgers. But just have that confidence in you to go forward and do it yourself. Just a little bit of nervousness, A little bit of nervousness. However, as I was saying, Fernando Alonso. I've not seen Sinners yet, actually. I've still not watched it, which might come as a surprise considering I've watched 150 films this year and Sinners isn't one of them. Ball forward and goes out for a Queen's Park goal kick. Aftersun, great film. Brilliant film, Dave. Paul Mescal is fantastic in it. And in fact, it was, I think, the first ever Paul Mescal performance I've seen, and I thought he was Scottish. He was that good in it with the accent. I was shocked to find out he was Irish after I watched it. Heads of State, I'm going to watch it over the weekend, James. That's my film for Sunday, I think. Loch Makati, so glad me and my family get to watch this in Makati, Philippines. We have so many Celtic supporters out here. Shame we don't get more coverage or get as noticed as much. Philippines, Manila. I love that. Brilliant. We'll get the word spread. Get everybody in Manila supporting Celtic. I would love to get to the Philippines. A place that is very much on the bucket list in this lifetime, it would say. But thank you for tuning in, Loch Makati. I love that. I really appreciate it. Why was I going to say prefer? Celtic got the ball down the left-hand side now, trying to move it in. Can they get the ball in the box? Nice wee cut back. Just sending it back to the full-back. And we just can't seem to get past the Queen's Park backline as well as we did in the first half with the more experienced players in the Celtic side. But we win the ball back in the defensive areas. I'm very proud of Billy. Go on, Billy, lad. Billy doesn't need me to tell him I'm proud. He's been doing this for years. He's a pro. He's a top man in his scene. Love that guy. What do you think of Rafe Rovers? Shit. Let's see. Who would I replace Steve Clark with? Literally anybody. My dad. Should streamers have pre-season friendlies with inexperienced pundits getting their 5 minutes in front of the mic? Says Patrick. Listen. If you like. Thank you, Richie, for the donation, mate. Very much appreciated. 20 minutes left in the game, by the way. Still only 1-0 to Celtic. B team's been out for the full second half. Once again, in total control of the game, just not making the same chances. I feel like the Queen's Park defence who have been pretty good all game, to be truthful, have found it just a little bit easier in this half to contain as nervous Celtic attacking line. Thank you, Richie, for the donation. Hail, hail, Ryan. Looking forward to the season and your videos. Young team, not bad, but how is Stephen Welsh still a Celtic player? Crazy. I can't believe that it's 2025 and Welsh is starting another season with Celtic. Here we are, I suppose. Here we are. I have not seen any of the Final Destinations films, Cammy. They're not really... Ricky Stenicki is amazing. I love it. I give it 5 stars. And then you'd be like, what? Ricky Stenicki is the best comedy that's been made since 22 Jump Street, in my opinion. I have not seen a comedy that made me laugh as much as that since 22 Jump Street, because I think we could all be pretty... Here we go, we're getting into the conversations now, aren't we? I think the golden age of comedy films was that kind of 2000, late 90s to kind of 2010, and then, you know, we started getting a little bit softer and things. Yeah, comedy just hasn't been the same. The 2 Jump Street films are 2 of my favourite. 21 Jump Street's one of my favourite films of all time. I love it. But in terms of comedies, it's just great. But I think Ricky Stenicki's right up there as a kind of throwback to that golden age of comedy movies, and it's really, really good. I would recommend it if you've not watched it, and John Cena is brilliant in it. Absolutely brilliant. So Fiskardon going to Norwich, nuts. So they've replaced Adamida with Mattis Fiskardon. Seems a pretty good swap on paper, although I love Big Ida. I have seen the F1 film, I really enjoyed it. I mean, the story's a bit cheesy, it's a bit vanilla. It's a typical sports film story. Oh, here's the handsome guy. Women can't tame him. Oh, he's a bit cutting edge. He's a little bit edgy. Oh, teams can't control him. But they do it well, and the racing scenes are fantastic in it. So I really enjoyed it. And sometimes films can be cheesy and basic and still be good, because the performances, Kerry Condon was fantastic in it. Brad Pitt is just Brad Pitt. And I forgot his name now. It slipped my head. Is it Michael Idris? Is that his name? I can't remember his name now. He was good as well. What are your thoughts on Queen's Park? I tell you, they've defensively, photo, they have really impressed me this evening. Even in the first half, when they had some we had experienced players on the field. They were defending really, really well. And with 15 minutes to go in this second half, they've not let these B team lads really... They've let them control the game, which you would expect anyway, because it's Celtic. But they've defended really, really well, and it's came into the final third. We've really not done much in this second half with 50 to go. Hello, Doug. How you doing, brother? Lennon Miller has to be the perfect shoe-in for Callum McGregor. Boy, it's total class even at his age. I would love Miller to be here, but as I've said a couple of times over recent weeks, I just feel like that ship has sailed, and it looks as though the ship has sailed. Am I going to watch I hate the Fast and Furious films, so I most likely won't be Brooklyn. And haha, Mortal. Haha. The Rookie. I don't think I have seen The Rookie. What is The Rookie? The Rookie. I was thinking of The Amateur. No, I've never seen a TV show. No, I've never seen it. Don't even think I've heard of it, to be quite honest. The goal scorer for Celtic was Johnny Kenny in the first half. Long gone now, those goals. My clock is like cut off. Oh, apologies, lads. Let me just... Oh no, wrong one. Sorry, boys. You should have told me my clock was like cut off. What is it? Oh no, it's at the... Sugar, look at this. 1 hour 14:37. How's this happened? That's not right. What's going on here? How did it get to this? I started it at 45 minutes. They're not... Oh, God. Right, well, I'm just going to have to stop that just now. We do have about 15 minutes left in the game. I didn't even realise that had happened. 15 minutes to go. Celtic 1, Queen's Park 0. We still have around 800 live viewers. Thank you for joining me this evening, ladies and gents. It has been it's been great fun, and we still have another 20 minutes or so before I'm off. We'll stay on for 5 minutes after the game just to quickly recap on things. And remember, we'll be live for all the pre-season friendlies, bar the behind closed door game in Portugal. And Celtic have a chance now. We're moving forward down the right hand side. Come on. Shoot. He's waited too long. Oh, it's still there. Big save from the Queen's Park keeper. Poor finish from the young lad up front, to be fair. He should have got some height or something in it, but the Queen's Park keeper pulls off a good save. That really should have been 2-0. You've got to burst the net with these opportunities. And listen, I'm in danger of sounding like a broken record as things cut. That's it, Damson Idris. Thank you, Doug. I'm in danger of sounding like a broken record, but there just seems to be a little bit of nervousness around these young lads, and a little bit of indecisiveness, which I think is the main word for it. Just a little bit of indecisiveness from the young Celtic players. Hold on. Give me a moment. Right, I'm back. Apologies, I was interrupted by the father. The father was wanting to speak to me. Oh God, the chat's... Oh jeez, do you see the chat flying there? Celtic going back down the right hand side. No, that's a highlight. God, a lot of good... I like it when it gets to this point in the game. We're like, fuck the football. We'll just talk about other stuff. James, favourite actor, favourite director. Favourite actor is between Colin Farrell and Ray Fiennes. It would be between the two of them. Colin Farrell or Ray Fiennes. And favourite director would be Martin McDonagh or perhaps Quentin Tarantino. But director, I think, is a lot harder to choose. My top 5 actors in no particular order would be Colin Farrell, Ray Fiennes, Brad Pitt. I talked about this the other day and I can't remember. I love Sly Stallone, you know that. I love Sly Stallone, even though we all know he's pretty poor, but I just love him. And who else is it I really, really love? Can't remember. I've gave you my answers anyway. I see your kits are coming out on the 11th of July, Doug. I've seen that. Hopefully it's both the home and away so that I can include yous in the away kit rankings this year. 12 minutes left to play. And then we're ready to go. Can't wait to play some Football Manager tonight. Multiplayer save is popping. I've just moved to Roma in the multiplayer save. I'm going to make them the champions of Europe. That's my quest. And I'm not leaving them until I do it. Is this not the Oasis stream? No, sadly not. If you want, I can go and stick on like a pretty green t-shirt and stick my hands behind my back and sing. Ford versus Ferrari, I have. Brilliant film. Brooklyn, I really, really enjoyed that. I think I gave that 5 stars, actually. One of my favourite sport films. I enjoy a good sports film. Thoughts on the new Japanese boy picking Nakamura's number? Will he live up to it? I mean, it's a big task. I don't think anybody can live up to Nakamura, to be quite honest. He's just unbelievable. But listen, I'm going to get behind him, as we all should, rather than being like, oh, he's a dud. He's not even played that fucking game. Maybe he will be a dud, but at least give the illusion that you care. Chris saying, hi Ryan, I'm going to Poland to meet my girlfriend's family. Her granddad's a Legia Warsaw fan that burnt the Celtic stuff after they played us. Wish me luck. I wish you the best of luck. Beautiful country though, Poland. I've been to Poland a couple of times and it's a very, very beautiful place. So enjoy it and bond over Arthur Boric. That would be my tip. Queen's Park getting an opportunity. First chance of the second half for Queen's Park. A header on goal, and I think the connection just let the player down. He kind of comes in with a diving header. It bounces off the ground into the hands of Josh Clark. Sorry. Is it Josh? In my head it's Clark anyway. I keep forgetting. He's confusing him with the winger that plays down south. Celtic need to just play it out of the back here. And Queen's Park putting a bit of pressure on. Celtic getting a wee bit nervous. Getting a wee bit nervous at the back there, and Queen's Park will get a throw in from a decent position. Will they make the use of it? No. Is that a corner? It's a corner, Queen's Park. Any of these boys you think stand a chance to make it into the first team? I mean, the way they're playing right now, not necessarily. But listen, you never know. Hopefully one day, you know. I seen somebody asking if I like Train Spotting. I do enjoy Train Spotting. I like both of them. Both brilliant pictures. Favourite pay-per-view ever? I'm Mania 40. I was there. So, you know. Corner for Queen's Park. 10 minutes left on the clock. Sorry, my timer has disappeared. But there is only 10 minutes left in the game, or closer to 9 now. Corner led to nothing. Claimed really well by Clark. Looked assured, looked confident as he came out to reach for it. Somebody who doesn't get spoken awful lot about. You know, we talk about B-team keepers. I think your mind automatically goes to Toby Oluwayemi, and we kind of just move straight past Clark. But somebody, you know, we don't talk about enough, you know. Third kit rankings, probably not. I don't usually do. What are you laughing at Brad Pitt for? Brad Pitt is fantastic. If you pretend to don't like Brad Pitt, you're doing it for attention, because he's great. There's a reason he's been in so many amazing films. Did I watch The Phoenician Scheme? I did. I liked it. Not as good as... Wes Anderson needs to get himself back on track a wee bit. I love Wes Anderson. One of my favourite directors as well. But his last few films, he's went too heavy on the whole aesthetic rather than... You know, I want to see films like The Royal Tenenbaums or Rushmore. You know, and I don't think he's had enough of that recently. I think he's went viral with his style. Like, go viral for your stories, brother, not your style. Have I seen Heat? No, I haven't. My mum watched it the other night though, and I was going to sit down and watch it with her, but I played Football Manager instead. Our sports films are not shite. These pieces are some cracking sports films. Some cracking ones. Moneyball, good film. I don't even know why I went for that one first. That's not even one of my favourite sports films. Ted Lasso, seen Ted Lasso, love it. I got to see Superman. Me and Stevie, the old man, we're buzzing for it. My dad loves Superman. He was a big Christopher Reeves fan, my dad. So one of my Father's Day gifts was vouchers for the cinema for us to go and see Superman when it's out. I probably won't get to see it until the following week though, because we would have went to see it next week, but me and the family are going to see the Tommy Burns story in the King's Theatre on Saturday. Not tomorrow, next Saturday. So I won't be seeing Superman next weekend. I'll be seeing it after that because I'm going to see the Tommy Burns. I'm looking forward to it. Has anybody seen the Tommy Burns story? If they have, how was it? Was it good? I'm looking forward to it. There's roughly 7.5 minutes left to go. My name on Letterboxd is the same as my name on all social media as Ryan Stephen F. Simple as that. Sadly, Stephen with a V. Shout out to Danny the Fishing Man. We all love fishing. As we look to close out this game, fans heading for the exits, time to get up the road. I've seen a few people on Instagram. At half time I was checking Instagram and I've seen that a few people I know went to this game tonight to stand on the mount outside and watch from the outside. Bugger that. Unless I was getting points on my criteria, you wouldn't catch me stoning the pishing line watching this. There's no Celt points on the line, lads. Listen, you're not more of a Celt for standing the pishing rain than anybody else is. I will be at AEW in Glasgow. I've got a ticket. I will be there. I've still to get this Liam's. I'll need to find it after the stream. Liam's Celtic shirts. I'll drop him a follow. I'll find it after this. I would love to do a film review vlog, to be quite honest. I've been thinking about starting writing again. I've done journalism and I've not wrote in years, and I'm scared if I don't write, I'm going to forget how to write. And I was thinking about starting like a kind of film review blog or something. Who knows? Maybe. I always say these things and then I don't do them. 6 minutes left to go. I'm on Spotify under Fat Ryan 67. You can go and see my absolute darling of an old songs playlist, which is what I want played on a constant loop in my grave when I die. Raging Bull. You want a controversial opinion, Red Dead Ross? I think Raging Bull is overrated. I'm not big on it. I thought it was quite boring. Wasn't huge on Raging Bull. Inamura being the left back backup makes sense. No quality player is going to be happy being back up to Tierney. Same with a winger. Any winger coming in to replace Yang will be a project player. Interesting point to look at. Or to look at it from, I should say. My stream has started lagging in the last 5 minutes, which is just great. New Fantastic Four, I forgot about that. The Invincibles DVD. Bruni was smashing at it. Enjoy that. There, oh Liam, thank you. Sorry, I'm going to... Is this on... I hope this is on Twitter, unless it's on Insta. I'll find it anyway. LC_Freds. Thank you for reminding me once more. LC_Freds. I'm assuming it's Insta. Let me head over there. LC_Freds. I have found it. Aha, we're in. Follow. I will drop a follow. There you go, lad. The Engels one is quite funny, I must say. I'll have a proper look at that after the stream. Thank you, Liam, for the donation, mate. I appreciate it. I've not seen it. I've only seen the first 3 Mission Impossibles, and the first 3 I wasn't daft on them, so I kind of stopped when I was trying to plough through them all. Right, Celtic moving forward with 4 minutes to go. Can they find a second goal? We've been on here tonight. Only 1 goal in it. It's getting a wee bit scrappy now. It's a foul. Queen's Park win a free kick. Yeah, listen, big improvement needed from some of these lads. Just a spur of confidence through them. But I mean, everybody's at the same point. We're trying to get up to fitness. Keep in mind, these B team players have played just the same amount of football as the first team players, and that's none over these last few weeks. They have also had time off. I'm not going to be harsh on them, and I've said it before. In these games, it is an opportunity to go out and make a name for yourself. But I don't get overly concerned with the good nor the bad. You know. Ryan, how much are the tickets for the Tam Burns story at the Kings? I can't remember. I don't think they were that dear. I think I made them like 20 quid a head or something. I can't. I bought them a couple of months ago. Thank you, James. I'll follow you back. I follow back everybody in Letterboxd. I love seeing everybody's opinions on films. After I watch a movie, I read everybody's review on it. Like everybody in my friends list. I read them all. I like to see people's opinions and views. And I'm very, like, I studied. I don't know if this is a well-known fact about me or no, but before I done journalism, I went to Glasgow University to do film and television. I lasted about 7 months and I dropped out because I hated the course. It was a terrible course. But I was really, really wanting to work in film or television. And I really like the nuance of film and the deep side of film. I love a stupid film, but I love a film that makes me think. I love a film that contains loads of imagery or metaphor or whatever. You know, I love that kind of stuff. So I love reading everybody's reviews because I like hearing different opinions on stuff. Appreciate it, Ryan. We watch all the games here. Our national team is shit, but the Celtic support here in Manila is massive. We have the new home kit here. Get to the Philippines, you will love it. Block McCarthy. If I ever make it to the Philippines, I will make it my quest to look out the Supporters Club River, and I will watch a game when I'm over there. Not anytime soon. I've not got that much money on me to be there anytime soon, but I would love to be. AirPods. That's why I switched to AirPod Pros or Mac. No, not Pros, Max. The actual headphones. I switched to them because I can't be trusted with with AirPods. Thank you, Sequoia, for the donation. Thank you to everybody as we approach the end of the game. There is only a couple of minutes left in the game. Thank you to everybody who has donated tonight and gifted memberships and all the rest of it. Guys, you make this my full-time job, and I appreciate that so much. Sequoia 999 went to see the Tommy Burns story last year after his wife had passed. Was in tears as a fan who didn't know much about him. Born in 99, only knew what old man had told me. The old man had told me. I'll prepare myself for the tears then. But that is good. That's a glowing review. Thank you, Sequoia, for. I was thinking it was going to be good anyway. It's not as if I wasn't thinking it was going to be good. But I'm looking forward to it, and I'll be sure to tell you on one of the watch-alongs how I enjoyed it, and I'll take the hankies with me because I'm pretty sure. That's one thing about me that I wouldn't normally say, but you put a sad film on, I will be in tears. I'm a crier. I am a crier, so I'll take the hankies with me. I love the Bond films, Luca. I am a huge Bond fan, like massive. It's me and my dad, we love them. Tradition, every time a new Bond comes out, first day, premiere day, tickets are booked, we go and watch it together. It's one of my favourite traditions. I love the Bond films. Absolutely love them. Cars 2 is your favourite. Cars 2! Out of all the Cars films, I love Cars 2 because of nostalgia, but it's pretty, it's pretty, I don't know. And just like that, it's full time. Full time at Lesser Hampden, Queen's Park 0, Celtic 1. The only goal came in the first half by Johnny Kenny, and that wraps things up for Celtic's return to football this season. Listen, it's exactly what I would have expected. I remember going to Somerset and it was 1-1 against Ayr last year. Terrible game of football. If anything, this was probably better. In fact, we won this game. Johnny Kenny with the only goal made it 1-0. And we walk away with a win. First half, we got the goal. Second half, all the B team players out there, I think they need a spur of confidence in them, a little bit of encouragement. But everybody is getting back to pace, back to the levels that they need to be required for their respective first team or B team campaigns. Yeah, I think this is a good start for Celtic to build off in the coming friendlies, and we'll get there. But full time, 1-0 to Celtic. I will be live for another 5 minutes or so to finish off the stream. You talk about the stream, talk about whatever, and yeah, we'll get through as much as I can before we drive off. But Celtic win 1-0. Fantastic to see us back. Not the greatest game of football, but you know, we're back, and that's that. My man of the match, I'm going to give it out to... Who am I going to give my man of the match to in a game like that? Who was I impressed with? Who was I impressed with? Johnny Kenny. I actually was impressed by Johnny Kenny, to be fair. It was nobody in the second half. It had to be somebody who played in the first half. I'll go with Johnny Kenny, plus he bagged the goal. But a couple of the first half performances were quite good. Have I seen 28 years later? Not yet. I've seen 28 days and 28 weeks. I've not seen 28 years, though. I've still to watch it. Yes, I'm hoping for the new Bond soon, Luca. Absolutely. Let's see, any questions about tonight's game? Who will be the next Bond? I don't know, but I'm excited about the director. Of course I am, even though I don't think I've seen any of his movies. Actually, I've been meaning to watch Dune for weeks and I've still not got around to it. But it's exciting nonetheless. Ryan, being a subscriber for 5 years, you're the top Celtic YouTuber for a reason. Thank you for the years of dedication. I try my best. Thank you. Cork on Tuesday, Alistair. Exactly. I'm looking forward to that game. I think it'll be quite good. Of course, that one will have a wee bit of oomph around it. Bigger stadium, more fans there, Celtic supporters, Cork supporters. I think it'll be a lot more lively. And hopefully it's not like the weather was tonight. Listen, no wonder the game was rotten. You wouldn't want to play in that, to be quite honest. Thank you, lads, for tuning in tonight with me, though. I've appreciated it. Where are the new players fought? That's what these games are for. The first one is that the game against Queen's Park was always going to be more B-team orientated. It will be the other games where we start to get them in, let them get settled, let them get into the team. It was never going to be tonight, Charlie. It will be from Cork onwards, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was maybe even after Cork, to be quite honest, but hopefully it is Cork anyway. Shout out to the kids in the Manila City Orphanage in the new home kits. They watch. I love that. Well, shout out to you guys. God bless you, and cheer on Celtic all season, boys and girls. We're going to be here to make it 5 in a row, so had to think there. Not 5 we're going on to. Aye, shout out to you guys. God bless you. Thoughts on Jude Bonner? Looked okay tonight, and hopefully does a little bit more moving forward as well. Don't know why we messed it about with O'Reilly and Moy and all of them. The answer was right. Why we messed about with O'Reilly and Moy? What do you mean messed about with O'Reilly and Moy? And all them when the answer was there right along. I am so confused. Ralston being Rogic's replacement under our nose the whole time. God. Free Tony. Oh, is this what we're talking about? Right, Ross, right. I've caught up now. Slow. Celtic versus Hearts this season buzzing, even though it's in ages. Good on you, Cammy. Enjoy the poll in the away end, which everybody loves to moan about. Don't like tennis as much as I used to, James, but I still watch it from time to time. I love Wimbledon. Tony Ralston, yes, Ross. I've caught on now. It took me a minute or two. I just had to read up a couple of messages. Tony Ralston, get him in at the number 10 this season. You know, that's all we need. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long 2 hours. And it's been a great 2 hours. I have really enjoyed that tonight, even though the game itself... I love these pre-season watch-alongs because you don't need to take the football too seriously. I've been sitting here talking about my favourite films and all that for the last 50 minutes, and we'll probably do that for the Cork game and everything else. And you guys seem to like it. You guys seem to enjoy it. So, thank you for tuning in tonight, ladies and gents. It has been appreciated. I'll be back on Tuesday for the Cork City Friendly, and hopefully, of course, there'll be content over the weekend as well. Once again, thank you to everybody who donated through the stream. You guys are the reason that this is my full-time job, and you make it possible to be my full-time job, and I'm forever grateful for that. So, take care of yourself. God bless. I will see you the next time on the channel, and ta-da!